Tell me about donor-advised funds. Why should a financial advisor consider a DAF as a charitable giving vehicle for their client?
So there's a lot of great benefits to a donor-advised fund. Donor-advised funds are simple, they're cost-effective, and they really allow donors to be long-term with their giving. And in terms of the types of different assets that an individual can gift to a donor-advised fund, the donor-advised fund allows individuals to be really strategic. For example, they can gift appreciated assets into a donor-advised fund and take the fair market value for that contribution without having to pay capital gains taxes because they're gifting those assets in kind. So a donor-advised fund can take many different asset types, but it allows donors to be really tax efficient with their giving.
It's also administratively, it's a super simple tool to where the client really can focus on their giving and the impact that they want to make to the charities that they care about most.
So a lot of times when we're talking about charitable giving and impact, we hear private foundations. People talk about that as a giving tool. Mm-hmm. Why would you consider a donor-advised fund over, say, a private foundation?
Mm-hmm. Well, there are several differences in a private foundation and a donor-advised fund, but one of the main differences is the charitable tax deduction. So with a donor-advised fund, you can deduct up to 60% of your adjusted gross income for gifts of cash and 30% of your adjusted gross income for gifts of securities. It's much like giving to any nonprofit organization across the United States. With a private foundation, you can deduct up to 30% of your adjusted gross income for gifts of cash and 20% of your adjusted gross income for gifts of securities. So a bit of a difference there.
And the other great thing is that the donor-advised fund can really leverage impact, right? So when they open a donor-advised fund account and make a contribution, they actually choose an investment allocation for their account. So over time, they can actually have the potential for more charitable impact over the lifetime of the account. And they can, at Vanguard Charitable, choose from a number of different investment options. But that's a really great way to be long-term and strategic and have that much more impact over time.
How can a donor-advised fund fit into the plan not only today but also tomorrow, especially when it comes to heirs or the next generation?
Right, so a donor-advised fund, the clients have a lot of options in succession planning. They can leave the account to their children, to other family members. They can choose to pass the account down to the charities that they care about the most. They can do a deferred giving plan as well, where Vanguard Charitable will continue to give to their favorite charities on their behalf well beyond their lifetime.
And donors can even involve family members or other individuals in their giving during their lifetime. So they can involve family members with granting. Family members can even work with the investments of the account. So a lot of donors that we've worked with have used the donor-advised fund a lot of times as a financial literacy tool or introducing giving to their children, for example.
Great, thank you.